Was a really good fight. We sort of hoped we'd save the best till last. Really, really watchable. It takes two to make a great fight, and I felt like that was kind of what you came for, wasn't it?
Yeah, considering I only had one fight here when I wanted two.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final contest in Ring A, bout number 23, a senior 92 kilo open ass contest. Introduced in the red corner from the Guildford AMA Boxing Club in Ireland, William John McCartan.
That made up for a lot. Went against a very good opponent, persistent, very fit, especially for a heavyweight. Getting the win, couldn't ask for more.
And his opponent in the blue corner, from the Finchley Amateur Boxing Club, Anthony Bunn, red McCartan, blue Bunn. I think quite often with some of these amateur tournaments, the paperwork that is submitted is what is read out. It's Anthony Ibekwe from Finchley in the blue and Willie John McCartan from Guildford, Ireland, one of our Irish visitors. And I know that looks like a small ring, but these are two very big men. It's not an optical illusion. Over 92 kilo final Riviera Box Cup. This is the last one. Here we go. And it's going to be bombed away. You would think all guns blazing here, hasn't he? Bobbing and weaving, looking to get inside and throw body shots and big left hooks. He's got a good jab a bit though. And then he just cuffs Martin around, the right hand side. But then he comes up the middle as well. Well, that's the shot for McCartney, is the uppercut, because he's trying to duck and dive and come inside, and, jab uppercut is the shot for him. So he's got to be careful, Mart. He don't want to duck onto a big uppercut. He's got to use his feint and be clever and try and come inside that jab. And get on top of, oh man, he went free, stiff right hand to get the uppercut. That was a quality shot, but Mart is taking it really well and fires straight back. These two are straight down to business. Applause. It's a fast pace, Matt. It's a fast pace for two very big men. Yeah, high tempo. Good jab from Ibekwe in the blue. Applause. Southpaw stance now for McCartan. Switches straight back though. Applause. I mean, he started the round so fast. McCart, I'm guessing he was looking to try and make an early impression, an early dent. But I wonder what his thoughts are now. Does he feel that he made that dent, or is he having second court? Yeah, mate, you're right. He certainly tried to make a statement, didn't he? And a big Q, actually full credit to him. He wasn't sort of knocked out of his own rhythm, his own game plan. He's actually come back quite well and landed some good shots himself. So these are well matched actually in different ways. Well, if someone's hell-bent on coming out at you, and just throwing the kitchen sink, sometimes you've got no choice but just to tuck up and ride out the early storm. Otherwise you're just going into a swinging match, and then it's 50-50, whoever lands. So, there's the uppercut. Matt, you mentioned it right, uppercut from a weight. Yeah, that's the shot. You got a guy who's looking to, slip and slide and roll underneath and come in on side. You want to keep him at that distance with the jab and try and time him as he ducks. Try and walk him onto the uppercut. It's good defense there from Martin, because the big way is just throwing some quite nice right hands there. He doesn't block that one or the uppercut. McCartan, yeah, that was nice right uppercut. Then just switched the attack and then looped it underneath. It's a good uppercut. Good right hand though, there from Martin. Yeah, great first round. What a nice moment yesterday. The semi-final. It was Stewart against the Finchley competitor. they both stood next to each other, knowing they were going to box each other, and watched the other's semi-final. It was really, really good. You think, God lads, you're going to be tearing into each other in less than 24 hours' time. But they were quite happy just to indulge. I've seen that before in amateur tournaments over the years. Yeah, it's not that deep. You know, they just stood and enjoyed the boxing and shared a good yarn. Where are we now? In the Ibekwe corner. Just out of shot there. If we wind it out fraction, that is Shaun Murphy. I mean, anyone that's followed Finchley or Anthony Joshua as an amateur, and even years before that, he was a brilliant pro. Shaun Murphy, I think he was British Commonwealth champion back in the day. And I think Johnny Oliver and Shaun Murphy are two of the people that are really credited with some of the success of Anthony Joshua. And it's amazing that he's still down there at Finchley, still putting all that time and effort into his fighters. So big up to Shaun Murphy. There's not been really any feeling out process in this fight at all. If you waited all day, Martin didn't allow it, did he? He just as soon as that battle went, he sprinted across the ring. Like you say, tried to really make an early impression on Ibekwe. Ibekwe sunk a nice right hand downstairs there, which landed, and then Makar just got himself caught there, at an awkward distance, where he couldn't get close in a big way, just pinged him with a right hand. Little bit of swelling, I think, on the left. Hand side around the eyelid of Martin. Not to be surprised, but he had a good end to the round, McCartan right, on the bell like you mentioned, and it was in a sort of similar position. Ware's back just touched the ropes. You see when Mark McCartney's leaned over his front foot a little bit like that. You know, leaving his head in the bucket, as they call it. That's when Ibekwe should be trying to loop the uppercut underneath. Trying to thread it through the middle. He hasn't even really got to overthink it, or look it. He's just got to throw it underneath. Good defense from Martin. Hand you up high. Yeah. I mean, he's done well there, Martin. He slipped inside the jab. But once you're there and you've slipped inside, you want to throw, you know, whether it's left hook, left screw shot. Good work from, yeah, you've done the hard part. You're right, you've done the hard yards to get there. Applause. I feel like I has just settled into a bit of a groove that Martin probably needs to try and knock him out of at the moment. Yeah. Oh, good shot. He's putting those shots together nicely. You know, he's got heat and he's got gears there. You know, when he landed that shot and he knew he was there, he really, you know, those shots he put together, uppercut, hook, uppercut, and then left, right side, changing it around. But you could see he turned up the tempo a couple of notches. Yeah, so, not everything has to be heavy. Touch, and then he went up. That was lovely. You're right, exactly. Well described as well. There he goes again. Just touch with the shot, and then climb into the next one. I tell you, William John, McCartan has got no shortage of determination and chin, because at periods, there was really going through the gears, and up in that tempo. Yeah, but he stayed with him, didn't he? Even though he couldn't stay with him with the punch power, but he stayed with him in terms of, you know, you can see his will hasn't been broke, or even deterred. See? He's sucking up there. He's his game. He's good. See? He's tough. He's durable. Hope you won't mind me saying. But if you imagine a Navy shipyard scrapper from the 1820s, that's what William John McCartan looks like there. What a game of a man. I would not want to stand across the ring and look at that face right now. Look at him gang to New York, but he looks a real determined character. Look at that face. I think this is the riot act as well. Go on, get into him. This is the last one. This is the last round of the day. It's now or it's never. Oh, here he is. Just handle from a bit quick. Yeah, but just, it's good, He knows he needs this round. He's coming out big, fast, strong. But he's just gotta be careful that he doesn't get too reckless. He's gotta stay mindful of what's coming back at him so he doesn't walk onto a shot he doesn't see. Ibekwe switches really well though. He doesn't stay head hunting. He does switch to the body and then come back up. Yeah, and even he's good at switching with the same hand. Like I say, right hook, right uppercut. Then he'll go over to the left side. Do the same. Nice touch of gloves there. I don't think there was anything deliberate there from Martin. He was in the middle of a flow there, and Ibekwe just got angled up. What could Martin find here? It's good defense from McCann, because not all of these are landing. He's just riding them, riding the shots, and taking them on the gloves, and trying to get into this range. But this is where you said, once you got there, now you've got to make it pay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good right hand from McCartan. He found the answer that time. Can he go again? Applause. Sometimes you see with fighters, they burn up so much energy trying to get inside. By the time they're there, they want to have a breather. I think Ibekwe though, it's just because he is so fluid. We've seen some single shots today from in other fights, but actually at the heavier weight area, he's really easy on the eye, Anthony. Ibekwe? Yeah, such a big guy. He's actually nice and loose, isn't he? Impressive so far. Can William John McCartan just put a dent in him though, in the dying embers of the Riviera Box Cup? Who's gonna have the final say here? The last bout of the day in Ring A. They both got good engines, cause the punch output's been really good as well. Oh, just misses with a left hook there. McCartan. That's the 10-second clacker, but it will be surely time off. We've got a loose thread. We'll be straight back to it. He's finishing out. He started to be fair. Whether anything in between there has put a dent in EK that could make a difference. IQ's been really impressive, to be fair with the right hand, but it takes two to make a really good fight, and these two have really laid it all on the line. Brilliant action. Last 10 seconds of the Riviera Box Cup on Sky Sports. Great action, well done. They started yesterday, talking it out like two friends stood at the bar, and they've ended up slugging it out and embracing. Brilliant action. I was going to say, they've certainly earned each other's respect there. But I think they already had it anyway, didn't they? That was fought in a brilliant manner as well. That's everything that we hoped it would be. I think the Box Cup. And that was a lovely way to finish it. Applause. That's all. Applause. 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 Big smiles all around from both of our fighters, which is great. Applause. All important final checks as well. There was a lot of leather thrown there, and a lot of leather landed as well. Wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Applause. Don't think they want to do it today though. I mean, we've been here a long time, haven't we? They probably deserved a little bit of a rest. Applause. I think we're almost ready. Applause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, final contest in Ring A. Your winner by a unanimous decision in the blue corner, Anthony Bun Finsley. Well done, lad. So that concludes our boxing. Thank you very much. Anthony Ibekwe. As I said, a lot of the paperwork that gets submitted doesn't always have the correct spelling. So Anthony Ibekwe, to avoid any confusion, is our winner. And out he goes over the top rope. He's gonna quickly come down and join us. Hopefully, he's pretty delighted with his day's work. Applause. Here he comes. You hear me. Anthony, hear me. Riviera Box Cup champion. So, you definitely can hear me. That was a really good fight. We sort of hoped we'd save the best till last. Really, really watchable. Takes two. To make a great fight. And I felt like that was kind of what you came for, wasn't it? Yeah. And considering I only had one fight here when I wanted two, that made up for a lot. Went against a very good opponent, persistent, very fit, especially for a heavyweight. Getting the win. I couldn't ask for more. About you though, I mean, a lot of those things you showed yourself. Great fitness, great engine. I think one of the things we picked up on really fluid in attack as well. Punching, combination punching, finding the target. There was a lot to like there. Would you say that's one of your strengths? Not exactly. No, putting my punches together. Obviously, in sparring and training, it's always fine. I always have a little problem in my bouts. Today, not so much. I knew because I was going against a good opponent, an Irish own. So I knew it was going to be tough. So I had to just dig deep for this one. Happy I put it together. Yeah, you did really well. What do you think this sport has in store for you? Where do you want to take this amateur career of yours? Oh, there's no other choice. I'm going pro. Yeah. I'm going all the way. I'm not doing this for nothing. Made a lot of sacrifices. So, yes, I'm not doing this for nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time to be a professional heavyweight. When do you think that will be? Will you stay around in the amateur to get a bit more experience? Or is the pro sort of lure of the pros not too far away? As you saw, I did decently today, but few things I need to brush upon. I'm a little rusty, so I give myself 2 more years, I'd say. Then I'm ready to go pro. I just need to brush up on a few things, but not too long. I hope in about 10 years' time, we can show you this footage. And you've gone to the very, very top. Long way home for you today though, Finchley. So, how are you going to celebrate? With the friends as always with the everyone at my club box. Well, although we all didn't win, we're all going to celebrate still. Great performance by all of us. Just spending time with the club. Yeah, you done brilliant. Thank you very much for coming and joining us. Riviera Box Cup champion. Congratulations.